What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. And yo, check this out. I ran into this article on thatparkplace.com by John Trent. And I just found the whole thing hilarious because it just goes to show no matter what we say, no matter what we do, they are not going to listen to the fans. They are going to try to find every excuse in the book to make for their failures. Their failures are always going to come down to something else, but they'll never come down to them, okay? You best believe that. It will never be their fault. They will never take the rap for their problems and everything that's going on out there in woke Hollywood. Woke Hollywood will never take the rap. You can see on this headline, this is again on thatparkplace.com, a film producer claims studio executives don't believe in superhero fatigue, rather think the problem is that their IP isn't universal enough. So now they're blaming the IP. It's the IP's fault. It's not big enough. It's not universal enough. It's just too local. We need bigger IP. IP that stretches all across the globe. Well, all of your IP does stretch across the globe, idiots. Are you not paying attention? It's not the IP. It sure as hell isn't the fans. It's you. Why won't they just simply say, you know what, let's do some self-reflection, some introspection. Let's sit back and actually ask ourselves some really tough, difficult questions about what we are doing, you know? I guess Bob Iger kind of did that when he says, yeah, we didn't have enough executives on set, you know, during the production of the Marvels. Oh, we didn't have enough executives on set, you know, to babysit these directors. What the hell did you hire the director for, you know? Why do you have a director if you need to be there? You might as well direct the film. I mean, it was just absolutely hilarious. But see, again, they will always find something else to blame. They will never blame themselves, you know, and ultimately take full responsibility for the nonsense that they're doing. Let's go ahead and check this out. Film producer Priyanka Mattu shared that studio executives believe the problem with many of their big budget superhero films is not fatigue, but rather their IP isn't universal enough. No, it's fatigue. It's fatigue. It's bad movie fatigue. That's the problem. That's always been the problem. You are making bad movies. If you make good movies, people still show up and check them out. If you make bad movies, nobody's coming. Nobody wants to watch this crap. I don't care how many superheroes you throw in it. Nobody's coming to watch it. And it's not the IP, all right? It's not that the IP isn't big enough or universal enough. You're making bad movies. Why won't these film producers and directors and writers, why won't they just look within, okay? It's like, why won't they do like Michael said, okay? It's the man in the mirror. It's time to make a change. You know, look at the man in the mirror. It starts with you guys. But see, they look in the mirror and they like, no, I look good. I'm looking nice today, man. Looking fresh to death, boy. Whoo, yeah. No, it's not us. It's not us. No, it's those fans. It's those istophobia fans. That's who it is. It's not me. I have done nothing wrong. Or no, now it's the IP. It's the franchise isn't big enough. Like freaking Marvel and Star Wars and DC are some of the biggest franchises on the globe. What are you talking about, man? As first reported by Fandom Pulse, Mattu shared to X, I regret to inform you that I've now had multiple conversations with studio executives who still don't believe in superhero fatigue. They legit think the problem is that their IP isn't universal enough. As predicted, they think Barbie was about the doll. Well, I mean, there's some truth to the fact that, yeah, Barbie's a huge franchise. So it's a universal franchise. It's known all over the world. But again, so is Marvel. So is Star Wars. So are all of these superhero properties. Everybody knows them. And, you know, in the first 3 phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you guys absolutely did the job in making good content. Okay, we got what we were looking for. Oh, okay, we got a shared cinematic universe. We got characters, some that maybe people have never heard of or seen of before, but they're starting to tap into what the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Marvel Comics universe is all about. Oh, this is great, you know? And we saw with Batman, you know, with the Dark Knight trilogy, you know, great films always win. So Barbie, you know, whether you liked Barbie or not, it spoke to the audience it meant to speak to. You know, they made a movie specifically for that audience. And that's why I keep saying, when you talk about something like the Marvels, which they're doing over here, okay, they're talking about the Marvels. I did that breakdown where I'm saying, compare Barbie, a female-led, female-directed, female-focused franchise-type film. Compare Barbie to the Marvels, okay? Which was also female-led, female-directed, female-written. The whole thing was done by women. Why did this one not make any money, lost money? And why did Barbie crack $1 billion plus? Why? Ask yourself the question. Oh, man, maybe it's because they spoke to their fan base. Maybe they made it. It was about the doll, yeah. But maybe they made a film that they knew the audience, the target audience, would come rushing out to watch multiple times. And it was something that was different. So, you got to combine those two things. But they just, no. It's just the IP is huge. It's just about the doll. Like, these guys are hilarious. Then she shared the meme mocking these studio executives, questioning, why would anyone listen to what the audience wants? You guys know my mantra.
Listen to the fans.
That's my mantra. Listen to the damn fans. What are the fans telling you? Do a focus group. Sit about, 12 random fans down. Let's just start asking questions. I don't know if they do that or don't do that. Maybe they do. But the fact is if they're doing it, they're not listening, okay? Because the fans are like, look, man, we're not into this crap. Listen to this, like, women are so hard to read. Well, actually, we just want such complex creatures. If you just list so mysterious, that's what it is. It's like, why would you listen to what the audience wants? The audience is trying to tell you this is not what we're looking for. There's dozens upon dozens upon dozens of YouTubers out there, hundreds and thousands upon YouTube videos out there, comment sections all across Twitter, Facebook, you name it, of people saying this is garbage. But nope, we're not listening. It's the IP. We got to get a bigger IP, fellas. It's just not big enough. That's the problem. There's likely a lot of truth to what Matu has to say. Former Marvel Studios president Victoria Alonso previously shared back in 2021 during the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures Outfest Legacy Rewards that diversity and inclusion is not a political game for us. No, that's what they want to do. This is not a political game for us. They mean it 100%. All right. They're absolutely trying to do that. She added, it is a 100% responsibility because you don't have the global success that we've have given the Walt Disney Company without the support of people around the world of every kind of human there is. Here's another thing that these guys don't seem to understand, okay? When you outsource, like, stuff from America, like American movies, you're outsourcing like our culture. You're outsourcing what we get down with over here. All right. So you don't actually need to make anything universal. People are like, hey, I want to see what America is doing. I want to see what kind of stuff comes out of America. It's like similar to the reason why we watch anime is because we're interested in like, hey, I want to see what the Japanese culture is like. I want to see how Japanese folks get down. I want to dig into their culture a little bit because I don't live that every day. So this is interesting to me. I want to dig into their culture. And that's what's cool about anime is that you get to see other side of culture that you're not normally exposed to on a day-to-day basis. And then these localizers come out there and just bastardize the whole thing. Oh, yeah, we're just going to turn this into woke stuff, I'm not sure if you guys have been keeping up with that story. I've been meaning to do a video on that. But yeah, it's like, keep it authentic to what America is. Quit trying to say, oh, well, we got to go out there and represent every kind of human being there is. No, you don't. You don't have to make something for everybody. Everything ain't going to be for everybody anyway. That's just a rule of life. Everything isn't for everybody. Some people will get down with it. Some people won't. Make what you're going to make. Be authentic. Be honest. Quit trying to, basically patronize to people across the globe that you really don't know or care about. You just want their money. Focus on making good content. No, the IP is just not big enough, and we need to get rid of the Islandophobe fans. Everything will be just fine, but it isn't us. It isn't what we're doing. Unbelievable, man. At a previous appearance of the Annecy International Animation Film Festival, she said that diversity, inclusion, and gender parity all go hand in hand with showing the world as it is. There are about 6,000 characters in the Marvel library that we have access to. So if this goes right, we will be telling those stories for many, 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 many generations to come. Yeah, see it again. Yeah, see this idea of showing the world as it is. They don't need you, okay? They don't need you to show the world as it is when you're talking about international audiences. International audiences have their own stuff. They want to see what you're doing in America. They want to see what American culture looks like. That's what they're trying to see. They ain't interested in hearing your opinion about them and showing the world as it is. Nah. What you're trying to do, again, this is all about their ideology, okay? This nonsense right here, the ideology is destroying it. And they say, well, yeah, this stuff is really important to show the world as it is. No, just show good movies, okay? Just give us good movies. We got CNN and Fox News, okay, to see the world as it is. We don't need that in our entertainment. We come to these places to enjoy movies. That's why we're here. We're not here for all of this crap. And this is the reason why this stuff fails. And the importance of laying the ground for what's to come is that in those stories, there are many different characters that you can actually voice. She added. Furthermore, she stated the reason that we have success consistently is because our audience is global. No, it's because you made good content back then. Again, this is previous to the pandemic, but you made good content. The audience is still global now. You've been going harder in the paint with the global nonsense. Oh, yeah, we got to represent every single human being and color of skin on the face of the globe. How's that been working for you? How's that worked for you in phases 4 and 5? Yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't. Okay, so get off of this high sword. Like, Marvel is just unbelievably stupid. You cannot have a global audience and not somehow start to represent it. For us, it was really, really, really important to have that. Again, they don't understand. They don't understand the fan base. Alonzo then asserted, for the longest time, we heard a woman-led film will never open. I say, please check Captain Marvel made a lot of money. Yeah, again, that's what they did. That's why they did that. That's why they sandwiched Captain Marvel between Infinity War and Endgame, so that they could make this dumb argument, so that they could say this in a press conference one day. Oh yeah, Captain Marvel made money. Ha ha ha. We told you a woman-led film would do great. And then what happened? The Marvels proved what Captain Marvel really is. The Marvels and its box office. I wonder what she has to say about that now. 3 women with a woman director, woman writer, a whole woman cast. But you didn't make something for the fans. See, the fans felt like they had to go and watch Captain Marvel because you guys set it up perfectly. So, oh man, we got to go see this movie, man. If we want to know the next story in this whole thing, we got to go see Captain Marvel. We feel like we're forced to see this thing. And that's why that movie made a billy. That's why that movie made a billy. Then they told us that Black Panther was never going to open and that nobody wanted a completely black cast, and that made $1.3 billion. Again, I'm not sure who said all of that. To be honest with you, again, you brought Black Panther out at the perfect time. Black History Month. I mean, that was smart. Again, smart marketing helped both of these films. Black Panther as well as Captain Marvel helped them both. Smart, clever marketing, timing of when they're bringing these films out. That's what helped these films. But again, you look at the second films in both of these series. Now, Black Panther, not as bad as the Marvels, but the Marvels, boy. Yeah, again, they don't understand their fan base. They don't understand what the people want. And they keep blaming everything else except themselves. They will never take the rap. So you can look at it from the social point of view, the cultural point of view, but truthfully, this is a business. From the fiscal point of view, you are leaving money on the table by not representing. You're leaving money on the table by not making good content, dummy. Again, well, this chick is gone now. But you, Marvel, you have left money on the table or spent way more money than you needed to spend on some of these projects. $275 million on the Marvels and reshoots and all of that kind of stuff because you're following your dumb formula. Everything that's happened with the Marvel Cinematic Universe specifically, I mean, we could jump into DC and all of the nonsense that DC does is on a completely different level. But Marvel is dived heavily into the woke politics, and they're thinking, yeah, it's all about representing. We just got to represent people. To hell with the story. Who cares what the story is about? Who cares if anybody likes these characters? No. It's about representing. We're leaving money on the table by not representing people. And they've been doing nothing but representing people throughout phases 4 and 5. And the box office has been going down, 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 down. And again, that's the thing that I don't understand why they don't see it. It's like, man, we're just making bad content. But no, they're just going to keep finding ways to, oh yeah, let's just blame the IP. Let's not blame this terrible Thor: Love and Thunder movie that was made and how garbage it was and all of the representation that was in it. Tons of representation, tons of woke nonsense, terrible movie. And so how did that work out? You got to make good content. If you don't make good content, nobody's checking for this stuff. That's just the bottom line. But you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. Again, they will never take ownership and responsibility for their failures. Now it's the IP isn't big enough. It was big enough through the first 3 phases. Somehow that was able to crank out 2 back-to-back $2 billion movies, making, I think, 9 overall films in the MCU, made $1 billion. It was able to do that in the first 3 phases. What about now? They don't want to, let's not talk about it. We don't know. They don't want to answer those questions because now when you've exhausted all of your other options, there ain't nothing left to do but look in the mirror, okay? Look at the man in the mirror. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.